Recording. Hi, Janet.
Hey, Arlene, how are you?
Good. So today we're talking about self-care. Tell me, what does that mean to you?
Well, first of all, so I was thinking about this, earlier today in the shower, of all places. To me, I think self care has always been around. It's always been a thing. It's just kind of been, I guess, in the spotlight recently because it's termed to be like a millennial concept, which I don't believe. I think that's actually people taking care of themselves, just being unapologetic about it, and people actually admitting to what they really need and not being ashamed, especially when it comes to mental health. Because when I think about self care, I think a lot about mental health because people, for a long time have been going to the gym, they've been trying to do things to make their outward appearance, you know, presentable, things like that. But I feel like only recently it's really been acceptable to say, I need to talk to someone. I need help. I need to really focus on taking care of myself. Because I know in my parents' generation, if you mention the word therapist to my father, he will look at you like you're crazy. It just was not something that they did, you know? And to me, self care is really saying, hey, I am not ashamed. I need to do this for myself, and I'm unapologetic for it. And I think that's one thing that millennials should be really proud of. We own
Yeah.
what we need and we're not afraid to say it, and we're not afraid to try to be the best that we can be. And admitting that, sometimes if that requires help from other people, if that requires us saying no to other people to do what's best for us, then that's just how it has to be.
Yeah, I think that you're hitting the nail right there because it's definitely about investing in yourself and um yeah, I think that there's so many different forms of that, and I really like that you're drawing attention to like mental health. Um, for me, just because I've personally never been to see a therapist, I when I think of self-care, I think of like what you said, going to the gym. I even think of educational classes. Like if you're really interested in starting a new hobby or learning something new, um, I always go back to thinking about, like you said, how do you improve yourself? How do you best yourself? Um, and to me, that growth comes from self care, whether it be just the relaxation or the investment in yourself. Some of the things that I've tried this past year that I had never done before, actually, I tried one of those universal sheet masks, and they're supposed to improve your skin. And um, the issue for me was that they're universal, so they're one size, and I have a small face. So
How
like,
I've never actually heard of this. So
oh,
this
you've
is
never
very
done this?
interesting. No, I've done like face masks, but never a universal
Yeah,
one.
no, like they're predominantly like have aloe or some other like natural peach agent or something. And yeah, they're kind of gooey. You just kind of lay it on your face. Same idea as a face mask, but instead it's like a sheet. And yeah,
Hmm.
it's like annoying. I'd rather do a face mask because like getting my eyes to like line up with, and then with the nose hole and like the mouth hole, it was just like weird.
Oh, you're right. And it can be especially hard if you're like tilted at an angle on your couch. If you have it on while you're trying to watch TV and the mask starts like sliding down your face. I've
Yeah.
had that happen. So I feel
Oh
your
man,
pain.
yeah, no, I actually have a really hard time like doing these things while I'm watching something. I don't know, like I can't figure out what activity is like the optimal activity to do while you're putting stuff on your face. Like
Hmm,
it should
that's
be
true.
watching something, but normally I'll end up like reading something just because like it's too stimulating for me to be watching something, and I'll lose track of like my positioning, like you said.
And then before you know it, the face mask is down on your neck. Well, but that's a good self-care option, whatever relaxes you.
Yeah. And then I also tried bath bombs for the first time. And that I find to be really relaxing, actually. And I've, added Epsom salt along with that, some essential oils going. I've even put on some relaxing meditative music, lit some candles. Like I've done like the whole shebang with the bath bombs, and
Mm.
I love that. Adding in the aromatherapy because I've got those Epsom salt is infused with lavender. Um,
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, and it's kind of like tactilely fun in a tactile way too, because the crystals from the salt take time to dissolve. So you kind of get to like play with it at the bottom of your bath floor and just like let it dissolve between your fingers. It's kind of cool.
That is cool. Hmm.
Um, I also I've done yin yoga. Like in fact, the first time I did yoga was restorative, and I was at the time mad about it because I was expecting it to be more than restorative. But subsequently, like yin yoga is awesome after you've been doing something more strenuous, like running or um even like a kickboxing class or whatever. It's just a great way to stretch, and you hold the poses for like 5 minutes.
Oh
And it's
gosh.
really shocking. Like, yeah, exactly. Because it's such a long time. It helps your muscles and tendons like really get that deep stretch that like I don't think any of us hold poses other than like sitting and laying on our backs for that long. It's
It's true.
yeah, I like really liked yin yoga. Uh and then cooking is another activity I think a lot of people think is associated with self-care. I mean, you're literally nourishing yourself by cooking something and eating it later. Um yeah, and like, it's just like something you get to do with your hands. Like same thing, like a lot of people find a repetitive activity like knitting or anything you get to kind of tool with your hands is restorative.
Yeah, I
Even like
definitely
folding
agree.
laundry can be relaxing if like you're that person.
Oh, it's funny you said that because I thought about this. My self-care, I think the thing that I would classify to bring me the most joy in my self-care process is cleaning and organizing my apartment,
Nice. It's
which I
like Marie
think
Kondo.
yes, I think most people think that I'm probably nutty, but I love having things exactly in their place, knowing that everything is clean, everything's organized. Like to me, that is beyond therapeutic. It really is. And it's crazy. I know. But sitting in a bathtub just doesn't do it for me. Like cleaning does it all the way. So it just shows how everyone's different.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do the organizing and um cleaning as frequently as I should, but I definitely agree that once I do it, I feel so great because I know exactly, like you said, where everything is. Yeah, there's something about categorizing things in like the v- baskets or like folding and you know cleaning out all your dishes, and it is just nice to have things accessible and organized.
Yeah, well, I guess my motto is if your house is chaotic, your life is chaotic. So I really
Mm.
try to have everything kind of in order as much as I can. The things in my life that I can control, I really like to have orderly. Maybe it's a German in me, I don't know, but I love order. So, that's my self care all the way. It's therapeutic. It brings me joy in a weird way. Also, watching my favorite reality shows, I think that's my best stress reliever just because I live vicariously through all of their drama. So, I mean, it's all just about finding what makes you forget about all of your issues, forget about all of your anxiety, forget about your stress, and just say, oh, you know, there's hope for another day. Everything's going to be great.
Absolutely. I think that's the key, is finding what gives you joy in your relaxation, and making sure to make time for that in your day. Because I mean, if it is meditation, there's so many apps out there. I really want to give a shout out to Insight Timer. I've been using that for the last year, and they've got like countless different meditation things that you can play. Different chakras and different theta waves, like thunderstorm sounds, whatever you want to look up in there, you can find it. And they've got different like times. So if you want to do something for only 5 minutes or like 20 minutes or like 90 minutes, you can find it. And I think that that's another great way of, say you're driving somewhere and traffic really stresses you out. Well, just playing some really nice, relaxing music might help you de-stress from like waiting in that traffic.
Oh, that's so true. You know what? You just read my mind. I was like, maybe I need to start meditating on my drive into work. Because I know I'm every day stressful for me at work, so I know I'm in for it. I need to put on that meditation on my drive in, so that then I will be all zenned out. All my coworkers will be amazed.
Yeah, so
That's a good
so true.
idea. You're coming up with really good ideas here. This is helping me, so thank you.
It's all about helping each other.
We're all
And
in this
you're
together.
helping yourself.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think this is a good note to end. Hope you guys enjoyed, and tune in for our next podcast.
Bye.